the way they perform from the turns, the way they turn, the way they do the explosive movements. All these are very important.
Okay, so we have our first athlete on the mat now, Tozaki Taishi, and he's performing Super MP. You see there's a number 092 alongside, and there are 102 katas on the official list for WKF, and the athletes have to make sure that they perform the kata that they've recorded. And in this case, it is number 092, and it is Super MP. So it's a long kata.
Yes.
And lots of movements, lots of stances that replicate one side and the other.
Yes.
And the feet position and the transitional movements are all really important, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
But from a coaching point of view, once the athlete is on the mat, there's not a great deal the coach can do, is there?
No. All the work from the coach is before that, and also for to choose the correct kata in the correct round.
Yes.
Yes.
So as a coach, you would have to study their opponents as well to know who they're up against and, and who best to make that decision. I can tell you that all medalists, potential medalists, bar Moto Kazumasa, who will be performing Goju Shiho Sho, all of the others have chosen the kata Super Empe.
Oh.
So we'll be you'll be able to look at these from wherever you're watching and make direct comparisons to see if you can detect any differences in the style.
We see Super Impei for a long time. We didn't see it so often, and now it's
come back again.
Yeah, it's come back.
And you're seeing other kata has started to. It's a bit like the ocean. It ebbs and flows.
Exactly.
Comes into favor and then goes and drifts out again.
And you know, it's very hard for the athletes of kata. Sometimes they're boring, doing the same, and they have to change. And then they bring the kata from the past again.
And as a kata coach, do you study the origins of the kata and what the bunkai meaning
of course.
Everything?
You have to know and to know its movement in order to perform it correctly, to know what you are doing. Sometimes it is hidden in the movements. No one knows what they are doing, but that's why we have the bunkai.
Yes,
to remind us.
Explanation.
Yes.
Because the origins of kata are from China. As we are in China, it's appropriate that we remind ourselves of that, because kata came from China and went to Okinawa. And then the stars of karate were starting to develop with Nahate, Simarate, Tamara, and Shirate. And gradually over time, those kata were passed down, some variations introduced from different masters.
Yes.
But in general, karate kata is the library of karate and what we do, as those techniques are passed down through the generations. So that's the performance of Super Empe from Tozaki Taishi.
A good performance from Tozaki. It's a difficult kata to perform because it has a slow movements which you have to do it correctly to key every movement correctly. And then in the explosive movements you have to be very strong.
And now we have Ariel Torres.
Ariel.
And
Yes.
Ariel Torres, Olympic bronze medalist. 6 times he's been Pan American champion. He's had world bronze medals. He's got a whole raft of Karate Premier League successes. And he's got better and better over the years.
Yes, that's true. We see him every time better, much improved. I think he's the most explosive athlete I have seen, and I know his work. He's working very hard. All the athletes, of course, working hard, but I know his attitude and his lifestyle because he's also training with my daughter, Georgina.
Yes.
And I know he's a very hard worker. And you see now the differences from the new rules. You see that it's more quiet, everything. But even though you can see his explosion in every movement.
Yes. So when you say the new rules, slapping the gi to create the illusion of power, stamping the feet or making a lot of audible noises, that's all being frowned upon, isn't it, by the judges? They are looking to deduct points if they detect that sort of thing.
But now it's much better because also with the breathing, last years we could see so wrong breathing.
Yes.
So now it's better. The only thing that we have to look is that many referees are searching more if the new rules are okay, and they're not looking at the kata. Sometimes we see that.
Okay. Well, that's your perception.
That's what I believe.
That's right. That's not. I bet it wouldn't be the perception of some of the referees. But it's important that they keep up to speed with the changes and the rules. But not forget, of course, the essence of the kata.
Yes.
And the purpose of the job.
Now you see his movements and his transitions are so strong.
And when you compare the kata that we just saw with Tozaki and the comparison here with Torres, there are differences in the approach, the style, the way it's being performed.
Yes, there are differences. But in total, you see the performance in total, not just the differences. And I think someone can understand well the result.
Well, we'll see what the result will turn out to be, and I'm not going to ask you your opinion because I don't think that would be fair. The judges will make their decision shortly.
Yes.
And there are 7 judges, and each one of them will give a score for both red or blue. They can't give the same score for each. They have to give different scores.
Yes.
And then the majority of judges will determine who will take the bronze medal.
A very good fight.
So that sound you heard was the score going in. So as Torres leaves the tatami, we'll see the graphic come up and we can look at the scores as we go. Both excellent performances. And here we go. Tozaki 8-6, 8-4, red. 8-6, 8-4, blue. 8-5, 8-8, 8-2, 8-6, 8-7, 8-9, 8-4. So it's going in way of Torres Gutierrez.
Ariel Torres, 13, the bronze medal here.